So I'm going to explain one more time why I have avatar over here for my friends on Facebook. So the reason I have an avatar is because I'm streaming to different platforms, and in these different platforms, I would like to be anonymous. Furthermore, it's not like I'm trying to hide my identity. Anybody from those different platforms, DLive or Twitch, that want to find out who my real identity is, they can definitely find out my real identity. But for the time being, I'm just keeping it as an anonymous person. Again, like I said, this is a demo account that's connected to my real account. The reason I'm using a demo account is because on some sites that I am streaming currently, you're not allowed to use a real account. So for those reasons, I'm using a demo account over here, but all trades that I make will be copied to my real account. Now, I've been facing a little difficulty with that because there's been a lot of differentiation that I'm noticing and I'm not liking it so much, but I'm doing some testing and refining it. I got the go ahead with DLive that they're allowing me to stream with my live account. So that's, I mean, great news for me, but I still need the others to confirm as well. And we'll take it from there. Once they confirm, I can use my real account, which would make my life much, much, much more easier. Please do give me a second while I set everything out. All right, so this will probably be an hour to a maximum, I would say, of 2 hours stream. Let's try to make some money over here. So we'll wait for the right opportunities and we'll enter them. At the current time, during the COVID-19, I am definitely not entering any gold bids, and the reason being because the bid is just too far ahead that I cannot make any money using scalping. Again, guys, I would like to reaffirm or restate that please do not do this at home. Do not try what I'm trying right now or what I'm doing right now, because what's going to happen is, have no doubt that you will lose all your money. I have 10 years of experience in trading. I know what I'm doing. And for those reasons, I am capable of doing what I'm doing over here. Now, if you try this, I plead you to try it on a demo account and see how difficult it is. Sometimes I'm going to make it look really easy, whilst it's not that easy. So please try it on a demo account. And I'm saying it from now. I'm not saying that you might make money. I'm going to say you're going to lose all your money if you do this. So we're waiting for some opportunities over here. I've built some EAs that I mentioned in my previous video. And let's try to make some money right now. So here goes nothing. We're waiting for the right opportunity to enter. That's the most important thing for me. I'm looking at the different currency pairs. We're looking for a good opportunity in one of them. There might be an opportunity with the JBP USD. So this is a pivot point and expert advisor that I created, and basically what it does is it helps me determine the direction and the probabilities that it's going to go in that direction. And right now I'm looking at this, there is an 80% chance that it reaches over here, but I'm not liking the odds because the risk to reward ratio isn't something that I'm looking for or looking towards. So let's just give it some more time. We look for the right opportunity and we enter with that right opportunity. So I'm seeing this opportunity, JBP USD, is going to go down, and I would say it would probably go a little down, then come back over here. This is an 80% chance. Let me just get my Epic pen really quick so I can explain what I'm doing while we're waiting. And like I said, we're waiting for the right time. That's the important thing. So my expectation is that somewhere over here, if we hit, this is a nice place to enter. We're going to enter a buy, and there's an 80% chance that we hit this place over here. That's one opportunity I'm looking at right now. We might enter earlier. I'm not certain. It depends. I need to look at the charts a little more to get a good idea on where the market is heading. All right. So again, guys, when it comes to trading, it's all about patience. It's all about entering at the right time so that you maximize your profits. Forex is not as many would think or believe, is a money printing machine. That's not what Forex is, but there are opportunities in Forex that you can make money. And again, I implore you, do not do this at home. If you're interested, there is a demo account. You can always use the demo account and practice. If you want to be successful in Forex, you need a lot of experience. I have 10 years of experience, and having a mentor to help you to know when to enter, when to exit, and how to trade is always very helpful. So this currency is going to go down based on what I can see. I just need to find a good trigger for it. All right. Sorry, not a good trigger, a good entry point for it. Now, the reason I know this or I say it's going to go down, usually when I say something is going to go down, I statistically know based on the expert advisors that I use and based on my experience and based on past data that there is a high probability, because we work on probabilities when it comes to scalping, that a certain currency will either go down or will go up. Which currency is this? Yen, dollar. All right, fair enough. We'll give it some time. So I ask you to be patient with me until I enter a trade, guys. We started at 3 o'clock, we'll probably be finishing at 5. So this is could be a good entrance point over here. I'm entering right over here, and the reason I'm entering over here is because I believe price is going to hit this place over here. So let's give it some time. One of the hardest things to do is to know exactly when to enter and when to exit. That's probably the hardest thing to do when it comes to Forex. There is no perfect entry, there is no perfect exit. So as you can see, price is going down as expected. I'm loading another expert advisor, and what this expert advisor is going to do is going to try to capitalize and capture on those profits that we're going to make. And it's just managing a trade. Now, sometimes what happens is price moves really quick, so it just jumps down and then jumps back up. If this happens, then my expert advisor will automatically capture the profit at its maximum. And should the opposite happen, that price will just decide to jump up this way in one straight line. Then what happens is that expert advisor is going to say, okay, you know what? We're going to close this trade really quick before you make any losses. So it's just managing the trade, and I usually intervene. I don't let it take control, but during turbulences or during times when the market is unpredictable, I'll let it take control. Now, like I said over here, I was expecting it to come somewhere around here and maybe then bounce back up over here. There's an 80% chance of it hitting this one. So let's just give it some time. See if we can get our profits over here. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy some tea while we're waiting for this trade to work out. And at the same time, I'm going to be looking for other opportunities in the market. I'm not seeing anything at the current time. Okay. Yeah, according to everything, this needs to be going down, or price should be going down. By how much, I don't know, but I know that it will be going down, so we'll wait longer on this trade. We're not going to close it. Usually what I do is when I predict something and I believe it's going to happen, I would just hold on to that trade. So that's what I'm doing right now. 87% with a 12.2 movement minimum. Now the reason I believe it's going to go down is because of, like I said, my experiences in the past and because of certain indicators and custom indicators and EAs that I've built. It helps me determine, again, nobody's certain. You can never be 100% certain, but when it comes to the Forex market, we work with probabilities, and the probabilities say that this is going to go down. Just going to try to fix up the image over here. Let's increase opacity to 100%, see if this is better. Yeah, much better, much better. So as you can see, we did get an indication that price should go down, but of course we cannot use one indicator to determine, because there is no perfect indicator out there, and you need to use a combination of indicators that will help you to increase the probabilities of you being right. So as soon as I said it's going to go down, it began going up. Now I already determined that it was going to go down before it started going down, and this was based on a number of factors. Number one was price action that I can see just from naked charts, and that's known as naked chart trading. Second of all, because of other indicators that I have and this specific indicator that I built. And I did say there's an 80% chance that it's going to hit over here. And if I can move up just to show you guys while we're waiting for this. Okay, we're going to go have higher. So if we break this, there's an 80% chance we can break this. And then we come over here, and this gives us a 60% chance of breaking it. And then we go higher. That becomes then, I believe, 20% chance of breaking it from over there. So at the current time, I'm just trading three instruments or three currency pairs: the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the cable, and the yen dollar. My favorite thing to scalp is gold, but as you can see, the differentiation can be seen over here. We have approximately, it's much less now. It used to be a lot more. I think this is possible to trade right now, but I'm going to wait longer on it until this COVID-19 comes down a little, because the bid difference is high. It's hard to scalp such markets. it's hard to scalp. So please excuse me while I check on my other trading platforms that they're all working fine and that I have the right titles there. And we'll just wait for this price. It's a game of patience. We'll wait for this price to break. So please excuse me while I check to break this area over here, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so perfect. It's live everywhere. We're restreaming perfectly. Let's close this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to determine the overall direction of the market using higher time frames, so I know what to do in the lower time frames. When it comes to scalping, you always go to higher time frames, but you trade with the lower time frames. Okay. Should see an upward movement with the Euro USD. Let me just have a quick look with the Euro USD. I believe there should be an upward movement. Okay. This would be a good place to enter. Back to the USD JPY. So I'm just gonna have a cup of tea while we wait this trade out. Just gonna draw some lines over here, guys. They're just trend lines to give me an idea of what's going on. So my prediction for this is going to go up, but I want to wait a better timing to enter and a higher time frame as well. So I'll explain another thing, guys. As you can see, the JBP USD does come up over here, but then it drops down and it'll probably come up like this way. And what I could do is I could place other sell positions and then just wait for it to come back down and close those sell positions for a quick profit, but I don't like to trade that way. So if it reaches to a place that's significant enough, let's say it reaches over here, we know there's an 80% chance it's going to break this. What I'll do is wait for it to go either sell on that support, on that resistance line over here, or what I could do is I could wait for it to reach the second resistance line where I place a second sell order. So this is why I say it's a game of patience. Let's wait out, let's see what happens. Back to the M1. The only constraint I have is time. I want to make some money before 2 hours time, and I'm not taking a huge risk, I'm taking a very low risk, which means that you make less but you risk less at the same time. So in case something goes against you, you're able to get out of it really easily. On the M5 we should have changed, it still hasn't changed, that's a surprise. Right. And I'm going to look for other opportunities at the same time. So I'm looking at this. If it hits this trend line over here, or this blue line right over here, I might place a sell order for the JBP USD. So let's get that ready. So I'm looking at the Euro USD. I'm saying positively, sorry, I'm saying with the possibility it's going to go up, but I'm not seeing any pattern that I like. So I'm leaving this aside for a second. Sticking with the USD JPY and the JBP USD. So JBP USD, place of interest for me. Let's wait out for it. Back to the JBP USD. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to place something known as a sell order right over here. God damn it, sell limit. And what that does is it says, hey, if price hits this area, automatically put me a sell. Yep, that's a sell. So that means that I'm expecting a reversal. I'm expecting price to come over here, hit this line over here, and react and come back downwards. And we'll leave it up for the time being. Go back to the M5. I might have to place it manually again because it might never reach that area. And I believe that the JBP USD is going to go down. Now, this isn't the currency pair that I'm trading right now. This is another opportunity that I see. Just waiting for it to come to the right place or to the optimal place before placing the order. This is the currency pair that we're trading right now, the USD JPY. So it's been 30 minutes, guys, and I'm just going to explain something whilst watching the JBP USD, see if it reaches some place of interest for me. So here's the thing, and here's the reality of the situation. When it comes to scalping or when it comes to trading in general, what I like to do is I like to basically look at the markets, right? And when I look at the markets or look at the graphs, I do a lot of fundamental work. And basically, what this fundamental work is, it means that I put a lot of fundamentals, look at the employment rates, look at other factors that weigh in, and I use 80% fundamentals to place a trade. I use 20% technicals to know when is a good time for entry. Once I have a plan that's in motion over there. So that's basically what I do, or the way that I trade. And then that trade stays open for, I don't know, it could take a month, it could take 2 months, it could take also 3 months. It's possible. So I keep that trade open. And that's basically the way that I like to trade. But when it comes to, because what happens is you place your trade and then you just leave it. It doesn't take more of your time. Once you've done your once you've done your ID generation, then you're in a place to just place the order and forget about it. As the order is confirmed, you check on it week by week. As the order is confirmed, you increase your size over here and you get more profits. But the problem is when it comes to scalping, you have to stay in front of the monitor because it's basically going into the market and exiting the market at the same time, right? So that's why when it comes to scalping, it takes a lot of my time. And honestly, I don't mind scalping, but I like to scalp gold because gold moves really fast, unlike other currency pairs. So yes, there is more risk, but there are more opportunities for rewards. And remember, guys, time is money in the end of the day. I mean, if you are going to invest 2 hours, you need to know how much you're going to make in these 2 hours. And if I'm scalping, I would like to make a lot of money in these 2 hours. I don't want to make a measly $50 in 2 hours. I want to make a little more than that. With these currency pairs, it's a little more difficult, but there are opportunities that come up. Unfortunately, if you're just scalping for 2 or 4 hours a day, these opportunities don't always present themselves. But if you're scalping for 8 hours, say a day, or if you're scalping for 10 hours a day, then you will see opportunities that would give you a major profit that will cover all those hours and time that you put in there. But you never know when these opportunities will come present. And there are some EAs that could detect those opportunities, right? But then again, they're not always that accurate. They need some kind of human interaction, or at least some kind of human interaction. So let's continue with our trades. This is, again, a game of patience. I'm gonna wait a little longer to see if there are other opportunities I can enter. Like I said, with the JBP USD, I see it going down. When, I don't know, I'm looking for a place of entrance that could be profitable and give me a healthy return. Euro USD, I'm not seeing any patterns. I believe it's going to go up, but just reading the chart nakedly, I cannot see anything that is of interest to me. All I can tell you is there is a possibility of it going up. There is a possibility of it hitting this place over here, coming back a little down, then retesting over here. But there isn't this movement that would give me the profits that I'm looking for. So I don't see anything over here. We're leaving it for now. Let's focus on the JBP USD. And at the same time, we'll keep monitoring our position in the USD JPY. Let me make sure my auto trader is working. Furthermore, let me make sure that all the settings are right. I've changed some settings yesterday when I did some trading. Trail it at 5. Now, I want it to be 7 with 3. Let's do that. No locking in of pips, please. Carry on. So I'll also explain another thing. I told you guys from the beginning, there's an 80% that we're going to come over here and it's going to break it. But I did believe there was an opportunity to hit the pivot point first. So I took a sell and it did go down, but unfortunately it didn't go down enough for me to make a profit out of that. And again, I'm not going to make $1 or $2 out of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to react to this movement right over here. I still believe it's going to go down, but we just need to wait for the right time for it to go down. So this is probably an area of support, I'm going to say, for it. Let's find out in the higher time frames. Sorry, an area of resistance. Absolutely it is. Now, as much as I'm certain that it's going to come back up and then go back down, where I could make some profits out of that, or maybe even get out of the trade, I'm not taking any major chances over here. We're playing it safe. We're waiting for it to reach certain areas that I know, because what happens with price is it reaches levels, and we're waiting for them to reach those levels where I'll be able to close the gap. So we did say the JBP USD, we have a good interest in it. It's coming to a place of great interest where I really want to sell it. Let's have a look at the previous movement that we had. Complete rejection over here. It moved 538. And this is going to be an area of second support, but a weaker one than the one that I put up over here. Okay, to me, this is a nice place to sell. Let's just give it a little more time. So what I'm gonna do is wait for certain parameters to be confirmed to increase my probabilities right now. Now, this could mean that I would miss out on the opportunity, but I'll prefer to have a higher probability of success than having a lower probability of success. And like I said, guys, exactly with the USD JPY, could have sold over here. It's some profits over here while it's coming down, but that's not what I'm going to do. We're going to wait, see if it hits the first resistance point, and from there we take action. Nothing with the Euro USD, no movement whatsoever. As I expected, it did come down. So where was the area that it hit before it came down? Right over here. What was stopping it? That point over there. Where are we in the USD JPY? So, like I said, guys, the unfortunate thing and the reality of the situation, unless there are movements that you can see, like really large movements, it's really hard to scalp. It's very difficult to scalp and make money, and time is money in the end of the day. Let me have a look at the gold real quick. Now, gold is one of the favorite commodities that I like to trade when it comes to trading because it's really a beast. It moves really fast, as you can see, and there are so much opportunities. You can make a lot of money real quick over here. And again, there's a lot of risk, but there's a lot of opportunity. But the reason I'm not trading gold is because look at this bid over here, 82. When it comes to an 82 bid, really you can't scalp such markets. And this is just recent. This is only when the COVID-19 happened. They increased the bid in gold. So we're expecting this to be over pretty soon, at least when the crisis or the pandemic is over. Now, I am going to emphasize for the platforms that do not allow live trading, guys. I'm going to emphasize this is a demo account that is linked to my real account. So since I'm using a demo account, I'm not breaking any of the terms of services for those platforms. But all copies or all trades are being copied to my real account using an MQL4 copying station. I'm really interested in the JBP USD, so I want to keep my eye on that. All right. I think there's a very good opportunity over here. Really good opportunity. But again, we're waiting for confirmation on certain instruments that I'm going to get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load an expert advisor that or an indicator that I programmed. It's just going to help me determine certain directions and where it's going to go. Fair enough. So this is a support level right over here. No, where is the support level? Let me have a look at the daily. This is a support level just above the line. Okay. Let's go back to the M5. So now that we have this on, let me load this expert advisor. Just gonna move this down a little and then back up a little. Just wanted to make sure the expert advisor is actually working. So in regards to technical, what I'm looking over here, just to explain while we're waiting, I'm looking for a double top, and what the double top is that price will hit over here and then re-hit the same area over here again, and that would be an excellent place to sell. So what I'm going to do is I am going to close this right here, but I'm seeing that price is struggling over here, though I believe it could, with a good degree of accuracy, come a little higher so that I could sell, but I am going to wait. So there's another thing, guys, it's called FOMO, and that's fear of missing out, right? And the way that it works is people, they see this opportunity and they're like, oh, price would never reach over here. I don't want to miss out on this trade. It's going to go down. And this fear of missing out is one problem that a lot of traders have. Now, if this happens, if you enter trades because you fear that you're going to miss out, I'm going to tell you it's not such a good quality to have as a trader. And there are a lot of opportunities. I mean, look at the instruments over here. Look at the just have a look at how many things you can trade. So it doesn't matter if you miss out on one thing, you can always come in with another thing. There are so many opportunities out there. This is perfect. This is perfect. Now it's about when do I sell? Okay, we're moving too fast over here. So I'm just going to put another line, right? Actually, instead of putting that other line, this line that I put over here, I'm just going to move it down a little to see my double top that I mentioned. Yep, so this is definitely not enough to make a profit of. We need it to go higher. Let's look at the USD JPY. What's happening over here? Right, so this is going up as predicted. And this should, if I'm not mistaken, come somewhere around here. But we're looking for a reversal right now. There we go. Is it going to be able to go higher? Not sure, 100%. Okay, USD JPY. We need to keep our eye on this trade while we're keeping our eyes on this trade as well. Okay. So we're close to this line that I put over here, but it can go higher. You can see that's the double top that I was talking about. Now we just wait for the confirmation. Which did not come in right now. Give it a little time. Give me 1 second, guys. That should be the USD JPY if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Euro USD, we're going higher. We're sure that we were going to go higher here. Okay, let's stick to the JBP USD. Just need to do a quick calculation over here. 88. So 8.8 plus 14, taking us down to 23. That's fine. The reason I'm doing this calculation is because I want to go back to the JBP USD. We didn't exactly make the double top, we just missed it a little, so I'm going to wait a little longer. Although it's struggling over here, I'm hoping that it's able to break it and go higher. Usually I'll close USD JPY, but I believe the overall trend is downwards, so I'm just gonna wait. We didn't exactly miss out yet on the JBP USD, so we'll just give it a little more time. This is a bit different. Then it's fine. It's not gonna affect us. So down, hopefully up, not certain, we'll see. Be back in a sec, guys. Back. So let's see what happened to the JPP USD. No perfect positioning for entrance. This could go down. Hopefully it goes up. Not certain 100%. We never hit that double top perfectly. So yeah, I'm not taking any chances on that. Let's have a look at the Euro USD. There's no movement, which means very little opportunity. It's been 1 hour, 8 minutes. I was hoping to do this a 2-hour stream, but doesn't look like it's going to be that way. At most, I'll spend, if we're not able to make profits, I'll spend 4 hours to try to get some profits because I don't want my time to be wasted for nothing. But again, if I don't see any good entrance points, then we'll just wait for tomorrow. The unfortunate thing is because of my time, it's sometimes difficult for me to trade in the scalping style. That's why I usually like the other style more, which is I place a trade and leave it for a couple of months. It takes a lot of research before I place the trade, but the accuracy rate is much more higher. Okay, AUD USD should be going down. Let's have a look at this. Okay, M5. Oh, it's been going down all this time. Fair enough. Wait a second. What just happened? M15. M1. It's 6% accuracy, 1.3 is not good enough. M5, that's what we're looking at. It's been saying up, reach 4.8, then it set down, that's where it made a mistake. Set up again. This should go down. Let me just confirm a couple of things really quick. So again, expert advisors that I created, indicators that I created that are really helping me when it comes to determining the market and where it's heading. Why hasn't this loaded? Let's look at the daily. Where are we? Over here. Started out below. This is going down. This is definitely going down. One click trading. Let's sell one. Oh yes, one more thing. Let's load this. Then I'm back to the JBP USD. Back to the UD USD. So this is a reversal I'm looking at right now. So what's going on? It's a bit higher again. Yep, the bit is higher. Looking good so far. We're at 34. Fair enough. I'll take it. So $30. Let's upgrade what we did. This auto advisor just took me out of the sell position. We knew that it was going to go down. Again, just this is pure market reading via JPUSD. This is just naked reading. So I'm looking at the graph. I look at the price action. I'm able to determine where price is going to go just by looking at different time frames, seeing how far it's moving, overall direction. I get a good idea of what's going to happen. Again, it's never 100% certain, but the probabilities are extremely high. So let's change our pricing. What did we make today? $30. Let's put that up. Yeah, I'm not trading this anymore. We entered this, we're out. And what we're going to do right now is say that we made today $30. Total made today was 30. Okay. Is this a JBP? Oh, no. I wish it was a JBP USD. It is not, sir. Let's look at the USD JPY. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. So 1 hour, 15 minutes, $30. Not really that exciting. But like I said, if it comes to scalping and you're doing it for over 8 hours, you'll find certain opportunities that will reward you very handsomely. Okay, USD JPY is going up. It should hit the area that I expected it to hit, which is the support over here, and we can sell again from there. JBP USD is going down. Again, we didn't enter at the right time. We could have entered over here, but like I said, I wanted it to hit that double top before I made any action. So just leave it for now. We'll make a decision later on what we're going to do with that. Now the USD JPY, are we going to come over here or not? That is the question. So maybe try to exit this trade because I've got a lot of work that I need to do tomorrow. It's already over 100 hours my local time, and I honestly don't have a lot of time for trading or scalping, at least today. But I won't leave until I get out of this USD JPY position. So it's a game of patience right now. So when the stream started, guys, I told you with a degree of accuracy that I did say, hey guys, you know what? There's an 80% chance we're coming right over here with an 80% chance. And then you're probably saying right now, then why didn't you buy? Well, again, it wasn't going to go directly over here. I was thinking that because of all the probabilities that I have, that we're going to go down a little and then jump back over here. But that didn't happen. We didn't go down enough. So we'll just manage this trade best we can. And trading has a lot to do with disciplines. If you do not have that disciplines, then you cannot become a successful trader. Okay, let's look at the JPP USD. So yeah, that would have been very nice. If we hit down here, we're able to make a sell come somewhere. I would have probably closed it right over here on this point. 13 pips, pretty good. But that didn't happen. But you see the sudden movement that's happening over here? That provides an opportunity, by the way. But what is worrying me is this gap over here. So, what am I predicting for this? Something in that lines, maybe? Maybe? Can't be certain. Yeah, honestly, I wish I didn't enter this USD trade. It's wasting my time. What is it holding to? What's holding it? I don't have 100% accuracy rate that this is going to go down, unfortunately. I would like to sell it. My gut is telling me it's going to go down, but I don't work with gut feelings. I work with probabilities. I work with statistics. And I can't go for it because of those reasons. So once, twice, thrice. Is this a shape? Oh no, this is a USD JPY. So still, I believe it's going to go down. My gut feeling is telling me it's going to go down. But again, like I said, I have no confirmation whatsoever, and I don't trade with my gut feeling. So this, for example, there was no gut feelings in it. It was based on probabilities and statistics. I entered the trade. There was a likelihood of coming down over here and then coming back over here. And like I said, guys, I told you, if it came over here, I would have sold. It did not come over there, so we're waiting longer. Now, because I'm in a rush, I might do some things that are a little bit hasty to do, or I might close some positions with a loss and continue my trading tomorrow. Depends on the next hour and what happens. $4.3, with an 80% chance of success, with the movement of 4.3. And the minutely will go down. What about the 5 minute? Oh wait, this is the USD. God damn it. Let's look at that one again over here. Movement of 6.5. Other indicators is going to go down. Higher time frames. It's going to go down. Higher time frame. 28.8 with a 38.8 average, and it should go down as well. Okay, so we do have a certain confirmation that the JBP USD is going to go down, but I'm not certain 100% if it's enough for me to take that trade. I mean, if it's enough for me to make a profit out of it, a healthy profit. So I'm just going to wait a little longer on this. So I'm just checking some things out, guys. So have a look at this over here. There's clear rejection, which is good for me because that means that price could go back up. And that's what I'm looking for. That will provide me with a better entry point. But then again, it's not certain. What else do I see is going down or going up? I have to check something out if I want to enter this trade. We're looking at 14 approximately. Not the best, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're going to give this a little more time. And 5. What is our accuracy rate? 90%. I just need a single more confirmation to enter this. So we're going to wait for that confirmation. Fortunately, I don't have that confirmation. I'm not going to jump the guns. So about entry points, guys, right? So I entered over here. Everything or the probabilities told me that the price was going to go down, at least to make a decent profit and get out of there. Then price is going to go higher. I was expecting it to come to this support resistance area. It did not. But here's an excellent place of entrance right over here. And another excellent place of entrance would have been right over here. And the reason I say this is I'm just going to go back to the M30. And that's why I mentioned this area over here, because of these over here. If we connect the dots, you can see why. Back to the M1, M5. So you see that just one extra confirmation that I didn't get avoided me from making a very big mistake. Okay, guys, please give me a minute while I do some calculations over here. If you have any questions, please write it in the chat. I can see all the chats from all the platforms. The only one that I can't see is from YouTube. That's because it's considered as a comment and not a chat. So yeah, please do write whatever questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer them where I can or help where I can. Let's go back to the JPP USD. Yeah, I'll be interested in looking at the Euro USD. Euro USD, look guys, this is the hourly chart. Let's have a look at the 15-minute chart. I mean, the movements are really insignificant for me to take any trades over here. So in the past hour, we've just seen this happening, and this isn't really what you want to see. Market isn't going in a certain direction. Also, I have no indications, not over here, not over here, not even with my expert advisor telling me what's going to happen. I'm just going to hold off with the with the Euro USD for now. So we'll put it in the basket for now, and we'll just concentrate on the JBP USD. Things could change, but just for the current time, let's concentrate on the JBP USD, and let's get out of the dollar yen. So I've been streaming for how long now? 1 hour 34 minutes. Fine, fair enough. In the indication for the Euro USD is going up, but I'm looking more at the long term, and I don't know if I have the time to look that trade up or work that trade till the end. Let's have a look at the M15. So saying upwards. Then average 7, 400, 22, 17. Then it made it to 30. Okay, fair enough. Let's go back to the M5. So because of this bit line, I need to be very careful with the JBP USD. It does present an opportunity, but this bit line, I'm not liking it. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna have a cup of tea while things work themselves out and find a good opportunity to enter. So look at this part over here. And this is definitely going down now. So we have a good confirmation. The only problem that we have is the bid. We don't like the bid. There we go. Comes back up. We sell over here. Again with the bid, it's not working our way. That's unfortunate. So now we should be in break even, but we're not because of the bid. That's something I don't like. But I am going to be just a little bit more patient about this. So it didn't go our way. We could close it at break even. But we did take the risk. Let's wait for it. $16, fine. That's not good. That means $16 minus. We should be at break even. We're not. So this bid is holding really hard. Sorry, I'm not talking, guys. I need to concentrate over here. See if I need to get out of this trade or stay in it. If the bid goes down, it would be great, but it's not. And that's what I don't like. Let's close this. Honestly, I wouldn't close it, but I didn't like what I saw. And it's a good thing I closed it. It'll probably go down. Not 100% certain, but it'll probably go down. So close it at $19 profit. Now, if it continued downwards, would have made a healthy profit out of it. I was about to close it at $50. Now, when it comes to returning investments, that's not so good, right? So you're risking 50 to make 19, but this didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. So I said, let me close it. Plus this bid, I didn't like the difference over here. That's the reason why I closed it. We'll wait for a better opportunity to enter. Still not happy about the profits. I think we could do a lot better than this, but we will wait. So today's total, how much did we make again? 19, taking us all the way up to 49. Now again, guys, what I'm making over here isn't exactly the same as what I'm making. Yeah, we could have waited on this one, but I didn't like it. That's why I got out of it. I didn't like what I was seeing, and because of this bid, the profits are going to be terrible. Let's go back to our USD JPY. We want to get out of this trade. Let me get me out of this trade. All right. So we're on the 5 minutes. One click trading. Like I said, guys, for anybody that's watching, feel free to type in the chat. I can read all the chats from all the platforms, except for Facebook, which I'm monitoring. If there's any comments, I'll reply to those comments. Let's have a look at my Facebook real quick. Fair enough. Back to the JBP USD. So this bid is really making it hard to trade this. Let me look at the M5 for a minute. We did get a down signal. What's our success rate over here? 90%. All other indicators are indicating a success over here for it to go down, but we just got out of this trade. Very well. 0.5. So one click trading, 90% chance with a 12.8 movement. Once the trader is on, let that roll out. Now USD JPY, I want to get out of this position because I don't have time for it. So this indication just came right now, and I have other things that kind of confirm my point. I'm taking a smaller risk this time, and we're going to give it some time. $87, it was wrong once, could be wrong twice. Let's find out. Back to the JBP USD. Now, I'm really not liking this bit. So let's see, where's the floor ceiling over here? Where's our first point of resistance? It would be right over here. I'll say over here. Exactly. And from there to there is 88, which means we will capture any profits that's made. Okay. So this is what I'm not liking the bid, but it's not far enough for me to capture the. It's not far enough ahead. It's only 10, which means I should be able to capture any profits if there's a sudden movement downwards, which did not happen, by the way. Back to the USD JPY. I'm gonna do one thing over here. I want to get out of this real quick. So I'm gonna do another sell of 0.05 right over here. Let me just check everything. This is M5, excellent. You can go for it. Okay. So back to the JBP USD. We're at 10.5, 11, 12, 15 into the profits. Bit is moving again, which I don't like. This is a ceiling that we were talking about. Now that we're into two trades, I'm going to close this one at 16. Maybe it will go down, maybe not, I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to close it because we're in another trade right over here and I want to get out of it. So when this becomes a positive, we close both trades and I'm out of the JPY, the Euro Yen. And that's it for me for today, guys. If I had more time, it would have taken more time, but I've been streaming for how long now? Almost 2 hours. So what was our total profits? Count history, 14.5. Now I'm pretty sure this probably would have gone a little more down to hit this, but my concern is that the bid stays higher and it hits this and bounces upwards, and I don't want to wait longer. I can't waste more time on this. So let's have a look at the USD JPY. How are we doing with that? So we need this to hit 0 to get out of the trade right now. Count history, 14.5. Fair enough. 15.50, $63. $63.5. Hope I'm making my calculations correct. It's because I'm focused on this over here. We're almost out of this trade. I want to get it over with. I want to close both of them. There we go. 12.3239. Oh, let me just add this one. Let's just make sure of this 13.20. That takes us up to 50. 53.5. 63.5. 63. 73.31. So we're at 73.31. Just give me 1 sec, guys. And we just made $73 in almost 1 hour and a half. 73.5. Let's just keep it on this for a second because I want to get out of this position over here. So we made 13.31 over here. Just quick calculation. Minus 7.25 will be profitable if we close this trade. 13.1. Remove the commissions of 3.5. That takes me to 10. 9.7, I believe. At 8. Okay, we need to go down more. Yeah, I could have closed it when it was down here, closed both of them, but I needed to make sure. And I really want to end this stream, but I have a little more time, which is good news. I'm not that much in a hurry because we made some profits on this, so we can close it. Even if I close it at a loss, I don't care. Losses are part of trading. You need to accept them. If you don't accept them, then you can't be a successful trader. So even with the JBP USD, I mean, if it went just a little higher, immediately I would have closed that trade and accepted the losses, even if it means that I made a loss for the whole day. Okay, this position is really, really annoying me right now. So I had two indicators indicating that the price is going to go down. By how much, I don't know. Whether it's going to go down again now, I'm not too certain. Let me just look at the JBP USD, what's happening with it. Okay. I'm not entering new trades, guys. I'm just going to get out of the Euro Yen, and I'm done for today. $73, 2 hours of work. It's not that much, but like I said, guys, I usually trade gold. With gold, I can make a lot more than this because there are some great opportunities over there. Because it's a beast, it moves so fast, you can make a lot of money out of that. But with these other currency pairs, unfortunately, they don't move as fast. You need to wait longer. It's frustrating because time is money in the end of the day, right? So what I'll do is I'll even up the odds. Then 87% accuracy going down. Now again, you cannot depend on one indicator, like I said. A lot of my trading has to do with the indicators that I built myself that help me identify market positions and price levels. And also it has a lot to do with naked chart reading. And if you cannot look at the chart and know where the price is going within 10 minutes, that's such a big advantage that you're losing right over there. So I'm thinking, do I close this with a loss and end the stream? I can give it another half an hour. We'll wait. Now in the future, I might disconnect this from my real account because the differentiation that I'm seeing is really huge. Until I get acceptance from others that tell me, all right, it's fine for you to stream trading. Now I got it from DLive. They said they had no problem. They even opened a category for me called trading. But unfortunately, I haven't got it from Mixer or Twitch. I'm asking around. I'm trying my best to get some kind of answer from them, but we're going to have to wait. So this has gone higher. I told you guys, if we waited long enough, we'll see it hit this line over here with an 80% chance, and with an 80% chance of breaking it. But I don't know if I have the time, honestly, to do this right now, guys. It could take up to another 6 hours for that to happen. It could also take only 5 minutes for it to happen. So just to recap, guys, we have total profits today of $73.5 within 2 hours, which isn't great, but again, I mean, we didn't take that big of a chance to make that much, or we didn't take a big risk, and I'm not really scalping my favorite commodity, which is gold, and that's the reason why our profits are always going to be lower. Once the COVID-19 is over, then we can scalp gold again because those bids will not be so huge and the profits will be great from over there. And the reason I like scalping gold is because the movements are large and they're fast. And when it comes to large and fast movements, that means less time spent, yeah, higher risk, sure, but less time spent. And time is money. I always say that time is money. Just want to look at the higher time frames where we are at right now, 30.2. Come on. So this should go a little further higher, I believe. Let me check my other instruments as well. Yeah, should go a little bit higher. So I'm expecting it to break this part over here. But I'll do, if I close both positions at the same time, we would have been out of it. But I guess I have the time to wait just a little longer. Daily, we're definitely going up on the daily, but we're not trading on the daily. We're not trading for the long term. This is scalping. We're trading for the short term. Just looking at different time frames just to get an idea of the direction of price, where it could be, where is the next level. So the funny thing is, according to everything that I have, the probabilities is that price should be going down. It shouldn't be going higher. But like I said, it's statistics and probabilities. And because it's statistics and probabilities, it doesn't mean that it's always right, right? So if I have a 90% chance that it's going to go down, there is still a 10% chance that it could go upwards. That's why risk management and having a strategy in mind if things go the other way is essential when it comes to trading. While we're waiting on this, let me see if there are other opportunities that we can get quick profits in. Just gonna run something really quick, guys. It's another very sophisticated EA that I created. It's an indicator more than an EA, and it's just gonna do something for me. Where is it? Scan markets. Go for it. Euro NZD. Okay. Let me close this. Let's have a look at the Euro NZD. What did it say about the Euro NZD? Was it a sell or a buy? I think it was watch for scan markets. Sell. Okay. Where are we over here? Still at 11. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these I don't trade, but it did give me a sell for the Euro NZD. Let me have a quick look over here. Just to determine if we can get a quick entry and exit. That we can, my friend. That we can. Is this a Euro NZD? What about on the M1? Just need to check on the bit differentiation. Why is it slow? What's going on? Let's close this, open a new window. Okay. So I'm just gonna do some quick text, guys. Hold on, please. Overall direction is downwards. Possibility of a reversal over here. And there is a possibility, low one, but it's there. It was rejected once, then twice, then a third time. Good place to enter. So, so the entrance should have been somewhere around here. But I believe there is opportunity, as long as we can break this over here. Otherwise, we close the trade. So again, like I said, guys, we should be at break even, but because of the difference in the bid, it's not taking us to this break even point. There are a lot of currency pairs I don't like to trade, but Euro NZD isn't one of them. I'm fine with that. So this move over here, where we should have really started, not sure if this is over or not. What I'm seeing right now, I'm just going to go through my thought process, is maybe we're able to break this line over here, and that's what I'm looking for. And if that happens, that would be great. If not, we close this trade. Let's move all our open trades next to each other. So again, we should be at break even, but we're not. Just going to try to break this support line right over here. where price has been rejected. It's trying again. So what I'm doing at the current time is I'm ignoring this bid and I'm looking at price itself. So you can notice it's been hovering over here for quite some time. It failed. This is the second attempt. Excuse me while I check some things, guys. So I'm taking this because we still have our yen dollar open. Now notice we should be in the profits right now, but we're not because of this bid. And it's failed again, which is telling me or indicating to me that price might go up. So I might just close this right now. So this is the final try. If it fails, that means it's not going to be able to make it, which it did. That means I want to close the trade right now. So what I'm waiting for is hoping for a better place to close the trade, but the bid isn't helpful, to be honest with you. It's not allowing me to close the trade at a better place. and would have probably been the perfect place to close it. We're at 10.81, 12. Alright, I'm not risking it going any higher, guys. We're closing it at minus 21. Closed. Losses are part of trading. We need to accept them. There is a possibility it goes back down. There is a possibility it doesn't go back down. We're not certain. So minus 21. So our total profits today is going to be changed to 52.5. Let's go back to USD/JPY. And I should have entered, honestly, if I entered over here, that would have been the perfect place. Healthy profit, nice profit. There's a resistance right over there. There's your rejection right over there. It came back up here. My indicator told me enter. You can get a profit out of this. So the other ones, they're not really that useful. Now we'll just get us out of this USD/JPY position and we'll call it a day, hopefully. The only problem is I'm wasting too much time on it. So the possibility of it coming back down here is possible, but we don't risk. I mean, this is trading. Risk management is a big role. And looking that it's been rejected over here, then it got rejected over here again. I'm not going to take the risk that it could go back higher over here. Let's have a look at the JBP USD. So that has gone significantly down. It touched that exact line that I told you about. Remember, guys, I told you about this line right over here. That's going to touch it and it could bounce right back up. And that's exactly what happened. So that's basically technical analysis and combining it with indicators, probabilities to be able to know, and risk management to be able to know how much you're going to make and what you're going to make, and if it's worth entering a trade or not. So I would say 100% correct in saying that my prediction that it's going to hit this line, jump back up over here, and that's exactly what happened, guys. It just came, it touched this line, and immediately jumped back up. Now, I wasn't worried because what would have happened were my EA would have taken over. So as soon as it touches that line, it would have taken the profits. The only problem is if I go to the minutely chart, If the EA notices there's a very large bid over here, it's going to wait. It's not going to take the profits immediately. I programmed it that way because otherwise I could make a loss rather than a profit. So that's why I closed the trade. I manually closed the trade because I didn't want that thing to happen. Back to the USD/JPY. I wish I never entered that position, to be honest with you, because honestly, I believe it's been a waste of time. It's been a waste of my time. And I'm honestly considering closing this position with a loss. Just not to waste more of my time. But I'm not going to do this. We're going to wait and work till the end with this. Let's see if any other opportunities arise. I don't see nothing. Just really quickly going to scan the markets again. By the way, that trade that I was going to take, if I entered by the time I said scan markets, it found it. I do have an EA that I created also with the scan markets. It's an EA that I created myself, and it's high probability trades. I could make it automatically take the trade, but I don't do that, and there's a good reason I don't do that. Is because I like to be in control of all my trades. So it's telling me to look for, okay, I don't trade any of these instruments. I'm not interested in them. Simple as that. What are we on? JBP USD? We're in the Euro USD. I need to have a look at the USD JPY. The problem is everything is saying all the probabilities. I mean, we're talking about 95% right now that is saying price needs to go down. But like I said, guys, there's always that 5% that the price might not go down, price might go up. So you need to be prepared for that. What are you going to do if that happens? So again, I'm going to emphasize the overall direction of the USD JPY should be in the short term upwards. In the daily, it should look like an upward trend. But apparently this line over here is really stopping it from going any higher. So this is a great, interesting place to make a lot of profits and something that I'm willing to take. But I needed to hit that line. And whether it hits it or not is another question, guys. Let me just check my chat really quickly if anybody typed anything. No. Okay. Good. Just gonna So I think this is going to go down. Like I said, everything is indicating on that. It should have gone down a long time ago. Let me just check on the M5. That's a more accurate thing. Let's make a sell and see if we can close this gap. Again, it's a very risky one. But I really want to get out of this trade. I honestly want to get out of this trade. So yeah, let's go for it. What a coincidence. So if price moves down, this will get us out of this trade and I'll be finished for today. If it doesn't, well, I'm gonna have to react to it. Getting back to the M5. So I'm seeing these over here, and I'm seeing this over here, which I don't like so much. How much should I go in on 0.5, right? Okay, I need just to do some quick calculations, guys, just in case price goes up. What was that? Interesting. We're not trading that anymore. Back to the USD JPY. So I need this really to hit 0. I can get out of this trade. What's the time? 5:30. I don't have time for this. We're going to see what's going to happen in the next couple of minutes. I either close it with a loss or we continue with it. No, sorry, we exit it with a break even. One of the two is going to happen because I really don't have time right now. If I didn't enter this trade, it would have been finished by now. Guys, I'm gonna mute for a second while I do this. I'll come back. I'm just gonna charge my headphones. All right, guys, so we're able to get out of this position, and let me just check the history really quickly. So we made minus 20, minus 21. Sorry, that's not the one. Where was the? It was the very first one that we took. No, minus 9.18. Okay, so we have minus 9.18, and we have 20 plus 2, which takes us into a profit, actually, not a loss. So let me just have a look at it really quick. We made minus 9.18. We had 2.75, 27 minus 9.18. That from over there, that gives us an additional $18. Turn back to our trading account. $18, remove it from over here. So that's almost break even over there. Okay, let's do one more thing. Where was the JBP USD? Let's look at the M1. Too high of a bid for me to enter. Let's look at the USD JPY. Okay, this is the place I want to buy. Maybe even sell. Look at the M5. Let's go back to the M1. So this is a place that we'd like to sell. Sorry, buy at the right time if the opportunity comes. I've got 10 minutes and I want to be out of this. Let's just stop over here, guys. I'm not going to take any more trades. I think there is a very good opportunity over here. I'm not going to enter it just in case I'm not able to exit it. So I'm going to end my stream. So in total, moving our commissions, you can say we made approximately 47.9 now. With the losses that we took, let's just change this really quick. Properties, total of 27.9. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop over here, guys. Thanks a million for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do another stream. We'll make more than what we made today, but overall we did great. I think we did pretty poorly, honestly, today. We didn't do as well, but we didn't take that much risk, and we got stuck in a position that, honestly, I didn't want to enter. There's a great opportunity with the JBP USD. We can take it right now, and I'm pretty certain it's going to make us some profit, but it's going to be a long wait for us to, you know what? Yeah, that's why I didn't take it in the beginning, because of this bit over here. I didn't like it. Let's enter this one. Let's see if we can make some profits out of this. Could be loss, it could be a profit. We'll find out soon enough. Not the best place to enter it. $2.7 and then 1, then 5. Gave us a confirmation over here. Then 15. It just started. This could take an hour to trade. What are we on the M30? Okay, fine. Just find out if we can make some profits out of this one. Perfect. The bid is really high. I'm not liking it. This is an in-out situation. So we'll put our profits, or we could lose our profits over here. The bid isn't moving, though price is moving. That also I do not like. But we'll take the chance. And again, guys, like I said, this is an area of resistance. If we break it, we could make some great profits over here. If we don't, we make a significant loss that takes us to a minus and all our work for nothing for today. But nevertheless, let's take this opportunity and see if we can make some profits, because working 4 hours for 47 isn't really what I had in mind for today. So just to give you my thought process, I'm hoping that we can break this line over here, and this will give us a substantial amount of profits. If not, we take our losses. Tried to break it once, it failed. This is the second attempt right now. Let's see if it succeeds. So 495 of my margin held up. The bid is extremely high. It's not the price, it's the bid that's a problem. I'm gonna pour me a cup of tea and wait for this trade. The only reason I'm taking this trade is because I see it as a good opportunity to make some good money if things work out. So we're hoping to break a support line over here. And let's see the USD JPY days go down. Still stuck hovering over there. It's a good thing we got out of that trade. Although price is going down, the bid is going higher up, which is a huge problem. So in times of uncertainty, this usually happens. Uh, 6% isn't great. But the indicators do say that the other things are confirming it's going down, but I know from this support line, it's extremely possible that this isn't broken. So let's wait and see what happens. So I'm going to try to make this work as much as possible, guys, because in the future I'm going to be connecting my MQL4 account to another demo account because there are some discrepancies between the trades that are happening. I need to see a way to adjust it so those discrepancies don't show up. I need to get the right configuration for it and find out what the latency is and if it's even possible for me to trade with a real account copying them. Otherwise, I'll probably just drop the other platforms and trade with my real account. So what I mean really is that even if I make, for example, $150 on this account, in my real account, when the price is copied, it could range from maybe $90 all the way to 180. And I don't like that at all, to be honest with you. So that's why I want to do that. Guess we're giving this a chance again to go down. Now we want to break this line. This is the line we want to break, which we just broke, but is it going to continue? That's the question. Are we going to continue breaking it? Or is it just going to be rejected? So my instinct is it's going to be rejected. Yep, it's being rejected. Let's wait. Patience. Too long. Close it. Okay. You see? That's the problem. We did make a profit of it, but it took too long for it to break it. It would have been such a nice profit if it continued downwards, which I believe it would have gone, but it could come back up and then come down, and honestly, I'm not ready for this. Are we going to try again? I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I doubt it though. But I might show you if it goes down now. I might show you what will happen, but I'm not going to enter the trade because I don't want to make any consumptions on what's going to happen. So total for today, we're going to say we made $50. Fine with me. Taking our account 209, so the total is 209. So for tomorrow, we're going to say 0 total made. We have 209. So thanks a million guys for watching. I love to stay longer, but it's 600 hours my time. I've got some things that I need to do and take care of. I'll see you in my next stream. For those of you that came in to watch the stream, thanks a million for watching, guys. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to always type them in the chat. I always answer the questions. I can see all the platforms and what they're saying. We didn't really make that profit that I was hoping for today, but tomorrow's another day, as they say. And there is a great opportunity, but I don't have the time for it, guys. So thanks a million for watching, and see you next time.